My screen name game did gradually get better as I got older. I started becoming more angry with them, so.
Art, what was your AIM screen name again?
Pimp Smack 2005.
Yeah, that's so
Thank you, Art. I can't believe you married your high school sweetheart.
You know, I was pimp smacking all the way back in 6th grade. So.
Me and my buddy, we making all of this money. Yeah, I know it's rude to be bragging. They never catching us slacking. Me and my buddy.
All right, guys, welcome back. Table One Podcast. Co-host Art Parman, other co-host Justin Young, and very special guest, main event winner, and all-around cool guy, Joe McKeehen is here with us today.
Hi.
As he waves to all his fan.
Yeah. I got like 3.
No, I was talking to I've been golfing the last few days, and I was like, oh, we got Joe McKeehen coming on. And like every single person was like, he's sneaky, really fucking funny. I'm like, yeah, he is great.
Yeah, but don't tell people.
Right, yeah. If you can hear him, like he's hilarious. You just gotta you have to be sitting next to him at the table to catch most of the strays.
Yeah, the voice doesn't go higher than this because I don't want other people to know.
Fair enough. We assume you've seen all of our episodes, and we appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah.
When I text Joe to come on here, his first reply was, "Who is this?"
Who dis?
A new phone, who dis? There was a new phone, who dis, man. It sounded like a legitimate thing, though, so at least I replied.
It's okay. The last time we interacted was at a WPT table, and he thought I was Brandon Myers. So,
oh man,
like maybe
that's
Brandon Myers got kind of squished to be taller or whatever. If he laid flat, and
all that tells me is I need to reach out more often so that Joe remembers who I am.
That's a throwback, man. I don't remember that even, but
I understand. Do you even remember any of the interactions? Like, because y'all made a deep run in the World Series main event. I heard you won it. But Art got whatever, someplace that didn't clear makeup. I don't know what number it was. Do you remember him at all?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, of course.
No, I remembered him. I'm bad with faces, man.
Yeah.
Yours I remember, but others for sure. I just get there and I got to think like,
who wears glasses that look like this? And then I go into the quartile.
Stu Martin?
I saw Tony Gregg this week for the first time in a while, and I'm like, and he's waving to me, and I'm like, I fucking know who you are. Who are you? What's your name?
Why are you wearing your screen name?
And Tony Gregg is, incredibly recognizable, and yeah, he looks a little different than other people, and he's not one to forget, but I still did.
At a tournament at Venetian, I was playing with I can't remember his last name. Solomon. I can't remember his last name. Really good player, but he was a black guy, like some black guy, good looking, tall. And I called him Tony for the entire time. And he finally busts me and he goes, I'm not Tony Gregg, right? I'm like, I'm so racist right now. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. All right. Well, since you probably haven't seen all of our episodes, what we like to do is go back in time to when you were a little McKeehen, micro McKeehen. And hit on your.
Therapy got rid of that, but I'll try to bring it back.
Access the trauma. This is really therapy here.
We talked about that before. This is Justin's therapy, and now it's mine. And I need some today, so let's go.
Okay, all right.
Our producer asked me, he's like, Justin, how you doing? And I was like,
I don't know yet.
I don't know how to answer that. I want to be honest with you, but I also don't want to be honest with you right now.
All right, so I guess we'll go back to Philly. Always born and raised Philly?
Yes.
Any siblings?
I have a brother. He just turned 21.
Oh, well, much younger.
Yeah, and how old are you?
I'm 34 now.
So you guys weren't really interacting at all, or?
Not much, no. He was a little too young to remember.
Same parents?
Same parents.
So a whoopsie, or they just try to do better than you?
I definitely think they tried to improve.
They saw the model and they're like, we need a 2.0.
Yeah, he's such a good person too, and everyone likes him. And yeah, they got 2 different kids for sure.
So what is he doing right now? Not that this is about him. But.
He's in school. He's what's he going for? I know this. I swear.
Just make it up. He's not going to watch.
He switched his stuff. He wants to do stuff with physical therapy. He's doing stuff with biology and sciences. He has research labs this summer, I believe. He's a junior right now, I believe. So he's in college. So
do you know what college?
Yeah, Gwynedd and Mercy.
That sounds made up. Okay.
It's more local, closer to Philadelphia.
I got you. So you were basically raised as an only child. I mean, for the most part. I mean, for all intents and purposes, or whatever. So what was your whatever middle school, high school like? Did you get into gaming or games?
Nah, normal kid growing up. Played baseball, played basketball. Wasn't good at either. Brother got born, went into poker, so it's his fault.
What's the correlation there? Is just like your parents stopped paying attention so you could steal their credit card, or what?
If only. Nah, I don't know. After he got born, and then I went to high school the next year, and that's kind of when I started like just staying home, playing on the computer, and poker kind of just was there, and I liked it, and I saw it on TV, and Hubble's free rolls back in the day. I'm sure everyone has a good Hubble's free roll story.
What type of free roll?
Hubble's free roll on Poker Stars.
You know what Hubble's?
I don't know.
Oh, on Poker
like
Stars.
the Poker Stars free roll, yeah. The Hubble's telescope free roll.
Oh, actually, this is ringing a bell now. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that how you got your first money online?
Maybe. I don't know. Some version of free roll for sure. I never was like a depositor. I never took my parents' credit card or anything. And then forums and people giving you money to play, stuff like that.
Like what kind of forums? Was it just 2+2 back then, or?
I think there wasn't quite 2+2. There were other ones on the side, I think, where like you could just get staked and see if you were any good. And
what was your screen name back then?
it's the same as it's now. Still Dude 904.
Dude 904.
Yeah, that thing's been going for 20 plus years.
Why change? That's a quick break. We just want to be here to tell you guys about Phenom Poker. Very recently, they have added MTTs to the repertoire. Every day, there's a good 10 to 12 tournaments going on right now. And in addition, if you're a first-time depositor on Phenom Poker, you can get up to 200% on $2,000 for a bonus. All you have to do is use our link, which will be posted hopefully right there. Here. I don't know where it's going to be. But you get on there, put on some money, get in USDT, and then come gamble with us, and you can get some rake back.
That's right. And if you see me or Justin at the table, definitely say something, and we will probably punt it off to you. Extra rake back for the fans.
That's right. We like to keep it in the family.
All right, back to the show. If we go a little bit back before poker, when I was doing my research, I noticed that you were a Risk World Champion.
Yeah, sure. That's what we'll go with.
So you did play some games.
I like games. Yeah, games are fun. I played Risk when I was a kid. My mother was into it, so we played. And there's a local tournament that got called World Champion. Whatever. It had 30 people
World
around.
Champion.
Yeah, 30 people from the Pennsylvania area. Yeah.
Everyone willing to sacrifice a portion of their Sunday.
Oh man, it was a 2-day tournament.
Oh,
crazy.
shit.
Yeah, the final table Sundays, just like poker. When I was 16, I was preparing for these tournaments. You play Saturday and come back day 2 Sunday.
I don't even. Is Risk a heads up game or is it?
No,
it could be everything.
It's definitely not a heads up game. It can be, but it shouldn't be. It's 6 players max. A good game has 4 or 5 or 6 players usually.
And what was your favorite section of the world to start at?
Well, Australia is usually the best.
Damn
That's
right.
what
You're
that's what everyone
back
says.
then, yeah.
Still is. Yeah.
So when you won the World Championship, you just draw Australia?
No, what did I do? I think I drew South America, which is
That's
I
not-
guess number 2.
Yeah.
But no, I was just a victim of circumstance. Like, if you know anything about Risk, one guy was trying to win the game. The guy, and he fell just a little short. But if you fall a little short, when you decide to want to take someone out and you go for them and you fall a little short, that person's basically eliminated anyway.
Yeah, right.
And I happened to be the next person to go. So I got to get that person to win the game. So, lucky. Had nothing to do with me. I happened to be the next person to go. If I was, whoever was going next was going to win that game.
I got
And
you.
that was me. So
Did you, I guess I know still a competitive Risk is still a thing because we happen to have a friend that plays it obsessively.
let me know.
Well, I mean, he probably would play you for money actually, but do you still dabble in that stuff at all?
I don't remember the last time I played.
Okay.
A few years ago, I went back to that tournament one time. And besides that, it's probably not for 15 years or something.
How old were you when you won the World Championship?
That's a good question.
High school
I
age?
think I was in college.
Okay.
So 18, 19, 20.
All right. So, what was the awareness of your parents when it came to poker in general? I obviously they have a new kid right now. You're just playing online on the computer, all kinds of games. Did you let them know that hey, I'm pretty good at this, or starting to make money?
I think they got the thing. I eventually, won enough money where it's like, hey, you want to cash some of this out? Pay for tuition. So they were okay with that. I don't think they were happy when I'm like, yeah, I don't want to follow my degree anymore. I'm just going to do this when I come out. But it's what I like doing. I won some money beforehand, so they're like, okay, give it a go. I don't know how they were monitoring me or anything, but it worked out. So I'm one of the lucky ones.
You went, what college you go to?
Arcadia, another local Philadelphia type school.
Okay, but you did finish?
I finished.
Oh, okay.
I have a degree in math.
Sick.
That got changed halfway through. It was actuarial science.
Actuarial science.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then I went to Turning Stone instead of studying for the first exam, like, majority of poker players would. And didn't pass the first exam and then just switched it to math because I was ahead on math already.
Why on earth would you pick actuary science?
I thought it was supposed to be cool at the time. I'm a little happy I didn't continue to pursue it. I kind of lost interest after the first test anyway. So.
When people I don't want to talk to ask what I do for a living, I go to actuary. I'm just like, what's the most boring thing I can say where there's going to be no follow-up questions?
Yeah, well, the first follow-up question is, what the hell is that? Then you have to explain it, but I don't know. Something like math related.
18-year-old years, like, oh my God, actuaries.
I grew up with math. I liked math when it was numbers. When letters came in, I kind of lost interest in math. And,
yeah, that makes sense.
But you graduated with a math degree. I mean, it was almost all numbers.
Well, that's because
or letters.
When you take the actuarial exam after 2 years of college, and you're basically through 3.5 years of the math degree.
I got you.
From that point. So when I decided to switch, I didn't have to do much more to get it.
So it was more of a way to get to the finish line because you were already focused on poker at that point?
Yeah, absolutely. And I didn't know like even dropping out or whatever was an option. And I wasn't even 21 yet. So.
Okay. So it wasn't you got pressure from your parents. So like, must get a degree. But like.
I mean, I probably did subliminally, but I didn't do it on purpose. Yeah, Black Friday happened. I was like 19 maybe. So I had to wait a couple more years till I could go play in casinos.
Well, you mentioned Turning Stone because like I think that's 18 and up, right?
Yes.
Did you make many trips there? Like, were you like as soon as you turned 18, were you trying to find the 18 and up casinos?
When I was like 18 or 19, I think I made my first trip there, and it was still popular, and there was still it was like a PokerStar sponsored event, so they ran satellites online and all that stuff, and I got to meet a lot of the people that I played with for the last year or two, and all that stuff, and I liked it. It clicked with me. And Turning Stone is a reasonable drive for like a 19-year-old for 4-something hours. That's like a fun life experience at the time.
Yeah, as someone who is 18 and horny for poker, I drove all the way from Virginia to not Northern Virginia either. Like it was 4 hours to get to Northern Virginia, and then the rest of the way
to Turning Stone. Oh man, that's a long time. That's what.
I thought you were going to say Atlantic City like a normal person. I mean, that's
well, I didn't have fake ID, and
that's right. Yeah. I'm with you now.
But yeah, no, I like Turning Stone. I mean, I think I went twice. I don't know. Maybe it was just the one time, and it just feels like twice because of that fucking drive.
It's nostalgic for probably everyone that, at least on the East Coast, everyone goes there at some point, and it's like the first time for a lot of people.
It's like to Justin's point about in lots of episodes, he says that going to meeting these people for the first time and saying, "What's your name?" and they say their name, and you're like, "Not that name, your real name, your screen name. I need your screen name to connect the dots here."
And you're Dude 904, huh?
Yeah.
And what was the origin of that, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh man, I don't know. I was like 10 years old, and I thought "dude" was a cool word, and I picked some numbers. I don't have a story. The numbers mean nothing.
That's perfectly fine.
Dude was taken, and I tried 903 attempts. 904.
I learned a long time after that it's the Jacksonville area code. So some people think I have a connection to Jacksonville. I don't. They're numbers, man. It was a 90, and then it was a 4, and it went together. And
you're a math guy. Do you have a favorite number? I mean, geez, no. I hate to get this deep into the.
No, I like pocket aces. Is that
a 11?
Number 1 and pocket ace.
Yeah.
Next question.
So when you're making the trips up to Turning Stone, were you by yourself, or was there anyone else in your college kind of semi-interested in poker where you could like kind of nerd out like face to face?
No college. Just met people there that would like be from other colleges and similar age that would come up. We'd become friends. That's how you get so many friends in the poker world. I live at home. I have maybe like 4 people I know at most that live near me, but I come to Vegas, I know everybody. I go to Florida, everybody. It's kind of like, hey, let's be friends a week of the year, and let's go to this stop for a week, and then we'll leave and not see each other until the next one.
Yeah, sounds about right. So were you letting people know on the forums and stuff like, oh, I'm going up there, and like trying to link up with, I don't know, some of the other grinders that you were battling against?
No, but I think I might have made some friends on, AIM and MSN Messenger way back in the day and told them like, hey, I'm going. And they're like, oh, I'm going too.
Please tell me your name on AIM wasn't Dude 904.
No, I think it was I Am Poker God. And I made that like 2 years after. So
nice.
Thank you. That's so much better.
I'm not known for making up stuff. I can go with the flow, but don't make me lead, please.
No creative freedom for
There's
Joe.
no creative freedom, man. I studied math. We don't have creative freedom. Math is 2 + 2 = a number, and you don't get to choose what that number is.
No, it's actually 4.
That's exactly. I learned. You can choose it, but that's because that's what they told you to choose. You want to be right or you want to be wrong in math. And creative freedom, you can be right or right.
Sure.
And I'm right or wrong. I'm wrong. There's no right.
That's awesome. I was about to ask a question. Now I lost it.
My screen name game did gradually get better as I got older. I started becoming more angry with them. So
yeah. So okay, I'm just glad you were the first I Am Poker God. You didn't have to go I Am Poker God 904 or something like that.
No. Yeah.
Choose a number after that.
Yeah. AIM must not have been that popular with poker back for the 12, 13-year-olds. Art,
what was your AIM screen name again?
Pimp Smack 2005.
Yeah, that's so.
Thank you, Art.
I'm gonna go look that guy up when I leave. This podcast is over.
I can't believe you married your high school sweetheart.
Pimp smacking all the way back in 6th grade. So.
You started young too. We all start young at something.
Pimp smacking for Art. All right.
So you're making regular Turning Stone trips.
I made a few.
So I obviously online and live is so different. You said you were. I know just from knowing you and some of the people when you first started coming to Vegas, part-time poker was a thing as a website that you could sell action on.
Long time ago.
Right.
I remember about it.
Basically, my question is: when you were going to these events, did you have like a bankroll built up to where you could actually play them, or were you selling action already?
I think I found a backer by then, so the backer was taking a lot of it, and he got paid. So
was it just based on your record online? It was just like, look, this is
online backer.
How much money I've made, even though I'm grinding, whatever. I don't even know what stakes. What stakes were you playing on there generally?
For online, I was like pre-Black Friday. Once I got the backer, I was starting to play everything like $50 and up. I guess you would consider that higher stakes.
No, that was higher stakes for sure.
Yeah, I wasn't playing the top of the top without permission or whatever. But
the 100 rebuy, was that on there?
I was on the 100R. Yeah. I wasn't in like.
How about the 500 at the end of the day?
500. I don't think that existed back then. Yeah. That might have been like a weekly tournament.
Yeah, okay.
And I mean, since I was in school, I could only play some nights anyway. I could only play like 3 or 4 nights a week and then Sunday. So
I guess fill that gap a little bit for us between the free rolls and getting a backer, because that's not always interesting, but like that little the run up story. Some people start in sit and go. Some people start in low stakes cash, limit hold'em. Like what was the origin of when you first got on? I guess Poker Stars was first for you?
Yeah, Poker Stars, Full Tilt, all that stuff. Just playing tournaments, maybe playing micros as underaged, whatever. And then like I didn't get really into the bigger stuff until I turned 18. So at that point I was like going to college, I had a backer. So it was just send me money, I play when I'm bored, make some money, hopefully give it back to you. I went way deep in makeup and then eventually I got out of it. And then Black Friday happened. So the timing was poor, but
how deep in makeup did you get? Do you remember?
I was in 6 figures playing,
oh shit,
ABI of 200.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's not, but it wasn't bad. Like the Poker Stars tournaments pay like 50, 60,000 up top.
Sure. I was gonna say.
So you have one good month and I almost got out of it.
How did you find your backer? Like, was it through a forum or
forums? I think I found him through 2+2. I don't know what he's doing anymore.
Did you ever meet him face to face?
Yeah, a few times.
Okay. But did you ever meet him face to face before you started backing?
No, I never even heard of him. I just put a thing up and he was the first guy and we talked and like turns out he was good at poker and a crusher as well.
He'd send you money and you would send him nudes and it all worked out.
Pretty much, yeah. And,
the nudes were really more just like, you're going to keep getting these unless you send me some money.
He's like, oh, I get money too? I was in it for the nudes, man. Was his name Pimp Smack 2000?
No, it wasn't. No, he got out. I haven't heard from him in many, many, many years. But he had a piece of the main, and that's probably the last time I heard of him.
I did see either your first cash or one of your first cashes was like a $2K or $2,500 buy-in.
PCA.
Yeah,
PCA.
Was that under his flag as well, or?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because like you had to been, I mean, you weren't 21. I know that.
Black Friday was there for sure. This is my first PCA.
Okay.
The PCA is 18 or 19 over as well in Bahamas.
So not only did he take pieces of you online, he would like send you a chunk of change to go like to destinations and play for him as well.
I mean, he sent me the money to play. I was definitely paying for the flights and all that.
Sure.
I thought it was fun, and let's go to.
No, that's how backing worked. You had to pay for all your stuff.
Yeah, hey, PCA is cool. I get to go with all my friends and play a bunch of tournaments. And I mean, no one knew PCA was terrible, but as a 20-year-old, it sounds amazing. Let's go to the Bahamas. Oh my gosh! And
you get cured of that the first time.
Yes, I've been back a few more times, but
Never again.
No, the customer service at Bahamas is not quite high tier for lack of a better term.
Pretty insane too, since it's an entire tourist economy. But
yes, well, Atlantis stinks. Baha Mar, so much
Baha Mar's
better.
fine.
I like Baha Mar.
Haven't tried it.
I'm never going.
I don't know what you would anymore, but like Atlantis, I was like WSOP now does their competitive thing against the win at Atlantis, and it's just like why. Like the people that go there are just the ones that literally don't care about anything because they're just playing nosebleed stakes and that's what's offered. Nobody wants to actually go to Atlantis and have fun and spend $130 on
I feel like the operators of those things, it's kind of like a little game. Like first, like, oh, let's put him here at Atlantis, and then like, ooh, how about Poker Jail in Korea? Like they're just like, where can we put? Let's try Siberia for a tournament next.
They're not going to the hotel room anyway. It's fine.
That's where they're all going in Triton right now is Korea. So they're all Poker Jail.
Yeah, who did we just have on?
Brandon Wilson.
Brandon Wilson.
Yeah. No, he's still here, sadly. I've seen his face every day in the studio this week.
Shout out to Brandon.
Big fan of Brandon, are you?
Well, Brandon, I mean, a lot of my chips have gone in his stack. So
so you got to hate him.
Yeah.
No, he's a good boy. He's a nice guy. He's very, very, very good. And this week, especially in the studio, I haven't been doing particularly well. And Brandon has benefited from that quite a bit, for lack of a better term.
So are you guys in contact? Is he going to play if you decide to take a day off, or does he need you in the studio?
Let me try messaging him today and be like, I'm not showing up. You shouldn't either.
Just to say,
show up afterwards.
Peek around the corner.
Yeah.
Brandon here yet?
Something I found out
all the time.
Something I found out about him on the podcast is he's an ex-rapper. So if you want to get in his head a little bit, you can find his album. And
he started listening off. I got 2 bits I'm running in the studio right now. Now I have 3, so this is exciting.
He refused to give his rap name, which it's got to be bad. I mean, really, really bad if he refused to actually give it. But he's like, you can actually find some of the music on like SoundCloud or whatever. And I was like,
wow.
Don't worry,
he
asked me to edit something out of the podcast, and I blackmailed him into that link. So I have it.
That makes me so happy. That's a teaser for you guys out there. Wait, I guess it's reverse.
Yeah,
either way.
You guys got to get Nick Seward on next, and just World Poker Tour Venetian champion recently, and you have to refer to him as World Poker Tour Venetian champion Nick Seward because he loves it, and nobody else. He can think of nothing else he loves more in the world than being called World Poker Tour Venetian champion.
All right.
It's like winning the main event. I've been called champ for, the last 11 years. Well, you won a tournament. Now it's your turn. Enjoy it, buddy.
We'll just it'll be his thumbnail, and then it'll just be all text covering World Poker Tour Venetian champion.
Over his face.
Can't even see who it is.
That's good. We got to hire you as an affiliate.
I got another one. Yeah. And if you hire Justin Zach, he'll tell you all about the Caesar salad at Nobu. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I've actually been working on him. I'm going to get him on soon.
Oh, I'll tell him to come in.
Fuck yeah.
I'll tell him to come in.
Tell us about the Caesar salad.
He'll tell you all.
We'll learn about the inside joke.
Only at Nobu
pod.
Yeah. All I've learned is that they don't have the Caesar salad at Caesar's Nobu. You have to go to Paris Nobu. So for all you out there that are big Justin Zaki fans, you're welcome. If you want to watch the Justin Zaki podcast when that comes out, I want you to know that this is going to be the main topic is the Caesar salad at Nobu.
Well, if you're still with us.
This is what I wanted it to be.
All right, if you're watching this podcast, that means you like listening to our voice. Or maybe you don't. I bet you didn't know that in Card Player Magazine, every 2 weeks, they put our faces in there, but more importantly, they put a crazy story or two from our episodes into the magazine. So if you haven't seen that, you can actually go to table1.vegas/cardplayer and it'll have a list of every single story that they've put from our show into their magazine. So you can watch it, or rather not watch it. You can relive the story without having to hear my voice. You know, I've been told I've got a face for radio and a voice for magazines. So, you know, don't really know what that means, but here we are. So if you want to see more stories, crazy ones, relive them from our show, the best ones are right here in Card Player. So go to cardplayer.com directly, click on the magazines link, and you can read them there. Or, like I said, table1.vegas/cardplayer has all direct links to the stories they've done about our show, about our guests. Yeah, check it out. I think you'll like it. All right, back to the show.
All right, let's go back a little bit pre-Zachy here. All right, you get a degree. At this point, are you still backed? Or like, I mean, what's your bankroll like? Or like,
yeah,
I have this conversation with a lot of poker players. Some people really enjoy being backed. Some people hated being backed, and people that just like, oh, I used it for the time, and then I kind of moved on.
Yeah, that's me. I used it until I didn't need to, pretty much, and then I moved on. I think out of school, I was still paying money, being backed and whatnot, but I think when we got to summer, it started changing a little bit. It was like, all right, now I'm putting up a package, buy my action if you want it, and so on. And then I had enough money at some point in my life where I'm just like, no more of this. Now I'm only selling for the biggest stuff.
I did see that, like, you early on, you hit for it was somewhere in the Northeast. I'm sorry if I can't remember where, but like you got first for like 175K or something like that.
College,
yeah,
senior year of college, spring break, Caesars, Maine, in Atlantic City. Circuit event. It was my first one. I didn't know anything about the circuit. So like I won, and all my friends are like, hey, you get to go to New Orleans instead of graduate. I'm like, oh, I have an excuse to skip that. Let's go. I never went to my graduation. I was in New Orleans playing that and getting the free roll for the national championship.
That's right. Yeah.
Back when it was actually worth $10,000. Now it's worth like $1,000. So I wouldn't skip graduation anymore. I don't think I could, but you know, parents, it's like, hey, you know the value of $10,000. You've been telling me about this forever. I can't go to graduation anymore.
Easy sell. And like you did okay down there. Like I don't think you did anything in the main, but like you like just crushed like the prelims. It looked like there was like 3 or 4 in a row. It was just like 365 buy-in. You got like top 6 like 4 times in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, pretty good. You know, I was very good at those very small stakes tournaments when I was younger, and then you know graduate to the mid stakes, then eventually the high stakes. Although you know I'm still like I would probably classify myself as one of the better mid stakes players. Mid to high stakes. I exist in the high stakes.
No, I know you're there, and like I'm sure you're a winning player in those stakes. But like,
maybe I'm just a guy though. I'm winning. Like if you look at my results, I'm winning. But
just a dude 904.
Yeah, I'm definitely just the guy.
Did I assume your backer had a PCU in the score at Caesars for the 175?
I think so.
Was that the time where you had enough money to kind of leave him, or were you?
Well, it was my last year of college. I think I used my piece of that to pay off my loans.
Okay.
A couple months later, when Carrie Katz, you know, came at my door and said, "Start paying me." Yeah, I don't know. I paid it off. I had some money. I did some stuff. I think it was still safer to be backed at the time. I don't exactly remember when it stopped, but like going around, it's like, hey, I want to drive to Borgata. Let's play a $600 tournament. You want it? Okay, sure.
I mean, your card player results are pretty impressive. It's 16,
I started pretty good when I was
16 pages, and it's just it's a grinder's card player result page.
I've been here way too long.
It's just every day. It's just like tournament, new stop. And like,
yeah, that stopped a long time ago. But when I was, 21 especially, it's like, what am I doing? I'm sitting at home. Oh, let's do this. This is fun. Oh, I can afford to go to Florida. Let's go to Florida. That seems fun.
Especially post Black Friday. Mm-hmm. And I do want to touch on that just a little bit because, like, I mean, it probably hit you a little bit different than some of our other people. But like, guys your age or whatever, you graduate college and you already have this in your back pocket and it just disappears. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you pivoted just live tournaments, like the high volume wise. But emotionally, like, did it affect you at all?
I mean, I was still in college at the time, so I was like, what the hell do I do? Do I drop out? Do I go to Canada? Do I keep doing this? No, didn't do it. I stayed home. I had no ambition to leave America. So
Philly is a nice hub to get to all those stops too, right? Sure. A lot of direct flights to where you need to go.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked many out. They don't direct flight to Bahamas. I know that. I got to stop in Florida usually. Anywhere below Florida, you usually got to stop in Florida or Atlanta or somewhere in that area. Philly's good to get anywhere in America. Big American Airlines hub. So
okay,
yeah. Do you still live in the Philly area?
Yes, I bought a house with
Same.
my wife, and
Same area, North Philly, or
it's the suburbs.
Okay.
I've never actually been in the city, but I'm in a good suburb, very middle class, kind of as boring as you could think, which is amazing. We're in the middle of a neighborhood. You're not going to find our house without driving through in the neighborhood. So, in a little cul-de-sac, you know. Team, what are we? Team Longview. Let's go.
So you say you've been married. When did you get married?
23. March 31st, 23.
Okay.
So we're almost 3 years in.
Nice. Where'd you meet her? Is she going to watch this?
Good question. I don't know. Internet. Zoosk, dating app.
Help me out.
That one, I feel like I've heard of.
Zeusk?
A dating app. That's one you usually had to pay for. I paid. First person I talked to. Worked out. I mean,
Very efficient.
yeah.
Actually, I was just on the free trial and I didn't ever have to pay.
Yeah, I wish. I was just getting bored. Like I had money and poker, and I was like, yeah, let's look for something else in life. And you know, I was lucky to disconnect immediately. And we're still here many years later.
Yeah, congrats. I mean,
Yeah,
it's nice to hear that working out for people,
Yeah.
for sure.
She's a good person. She's also the opposite of me. So everyone loves
I
her.
think you said the same thing twice.
Everyone loves her. I'm starting to get invited to things because of her. You know, it's like,
So you hate her now.
this is how depends on what it is, but yeah, most of the time.
That's pretty great. All right. So post Black Friday, post graduation, you're traveling all over the place. Are you coming out to Vegas every single summer, like, or as much as you
Yeah.
can?
I think I've made every World Series since I've been 21.
Okay.
My birthday's during the World Series. My 21st birthday was flying to Vegas.
So, okay. So you must have played your first event at 21
21 in a day.
in a day.
Yeah.
You remember that event at all?
I want to say it was a Venetian deep stack. I don't think I did anything.
Okay.
That or it was a World Series event, like one of them 1500s back in the day
Yeah.
when they used to have, 4 of them a week. The schedule used to be so good.
Right.
4,500 starting stack, 3x the buy-in. Now you get 20x the buy-in.
Yeah. A made up number. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I did enjoy when they used to do just a flat multiple, but I mean,
Well,
maybe it's just nostalgia.
you remember it? I mean, well,
I think it's 6x
You probably don't,
the
like-
buy-in now.
first time I played, it was dollar for dollar.
Yeah. I
Like
wasn't
if
old
you
enough
bought
yet,
in
but
for
I
a
heard
$1,500
about that.
time, you get 1,500 chips, and you sort of quarter.
Mhm.
And it got very intense. Very like you made the money around
Day
dinner
one.
time.
Yeah, it was
It
crazy.
was around dinner. Like it was just like, how could you not?
Mhm.
25.
I definitely
25.
made some day one monies back in the day.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, what, 4,500 and it started 25. And it was like so important to get in on time because you're not deep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now it's, get in 4 hours late and play 100 big blind poker. Thanks, World Series.
Wasting my time.
Yeah. Hey, it's a 4-day event for this 1,500. Cash, on dinner time day 2. It was only a day later. You only got to play a whole nother day.
Did you do anything that first summer that you were
I
here?
don't think so.
No?
Probably some cashes at most. But
What year is that? I know you said how old you were, but no public
13
math.
maybe?
yeah, I was born in 91, so it had to be 12, I guess.
Well, okay.
That solves that.
Yeah. His 2013 was really good, or at least a shit ton of cashes. I don't know monetarily, like if it was great or not, but there was
Yeah, me either.
there was just pages of like 2013 or whatever. You remember your first WSOP big score? I think.
Monster Stack?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Stack. Year before the main. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was when I'm like, all right, backer, goodbye. For
Okay.
sure.
Okay. I was gonna ask if you had a piece of you of that one or not.
Had
It was a big fucking score. Like,
Yeah, it was the first Monster Stack. So it was the first time they ran a gimmick. And that was like back when everyone was excited. It's like, oh my God, a gimmick tournament? Let's
Yeah.
do it. Now every tournament's a
they're all
gimmick. And
gimmicks.
everyone's like, okay, yeah, I'm excited for a gimmick. Let's pick which one. I can pick any day on the schedule.
I think the summer that I met you, when some of my close friends or like whatever poker summer camp friends came out and you were in that circle, it was the year after the Monster Stack. And I actually remember you being pretty down because I don't know how much you had of yourself on the Monster Stack, but you were like, man, I cashed that one. I had, a bunch of action out, whatever it was. And now it's a year later and you're like, where did the money go? And I don't think you were a big spender. You just like played a bunch of tournaments.
Welcome to poker, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to poker tournaments, especially.
Yeah.
You just lose a long time and then you win one and it's like, oh, okay, I'm good at this again.
It was worth it.
Yeah. That's just how it goes. We're stupid as shit for doing this, but that's what we like to do. So
I mean, the best and the most consistent tournament players have a way of just like blocking out that trauma of like, do you remember that year in between where you're just like bricking things and just you come back to the next World Series and you're like, oh man, do I really have to sell a package again to like, I just cashed for 800,000 last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't remember it well, but like, I think afterwards I started trying to up the buy-ins a little bit. So the tournaments are in general tougher, going to more places that I've been to. Just, not having immediate success, which for me was foreign at the time because I was just playing poker and I'd win something. Yep. Yeah. I would play something and I'd win. I'm like, oh, I'm better than everybody. This is so easy. How come everyone else doesn't do this? Well, no, it turns out I was just luckier than everyone at the time. But, when you're 21, you don't understand that until you're older and older. Now I've done this long enough. I get it. I know I can play for 6 months, not have a score and still be fine. I'm smart about it. I'm never going to go broke. If I start losing enough money, I start selling more. I'm not egotistical. I'm not that egotistical. I'm very egotistical.
You've pivoted hard there.
I am, but at least the egotistical part of that will like ruin you is gone. I won't get ruined.
Egotistical.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to put it.
I will not ruin myself. I will bring myself down, but I will not ruin myself. I will not put myself in a gutter.
All right.
All right. Well, let's talk about the summer leading up to the main event you did quite well in. How was your success during that summer? Like, I
don't think I had any.
So, yeah, it looked, for you anyway, it looked very sparse.
I mean, you play a whole summer. How many tournaments you playing? 25, 30 tournaments?
At least.
Summer, at least. If you have like 3 caches, you're not really, unless one of those caches is huge, you're not. So, most summers you're going to brick or lose a bunch of money,
So there was no different real mindset going into the main event. It was just like, whatever. Like, I'm not running hot, but I'm still better than everyone type thing.
Nah, I just play the tournament and see what happens, like every other tournament. Just the way you got to go into it. You want to go into it, you want to be excited, which not anymore, but you want to try and sit down and focus and do your best every hand. That tournament's too long.
It is quite long.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I hate that tournament now for what it's worth. It's just way too long, too much. Everyone puts everything into it too, so it's like extra hyped, and I just want to stay level. So it's not my scene, but like I'm going to play it every year, of course.
Sure,
you have to, but
but do you?
I don't feel bad when I busted anymore.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Like last year, I busted day 2. I'm just like, okay, what's next on the schedule? Do I want to play? Do I want a day off? We'll figure that out.
Do you remember any inflection points like leading up to your run? Like anything happened in day 1, day 2, day 3, something early on where it's just like you either got a gift or you made a good bluff or whatever it was.
I'm sure I got a billion gifts in that tournament. It's the main event.
I mean, you kind of have
quite
to,
a bit.
Guess, but,
yeah. I don't think I did anything day 1. I think I sat. I remember pooping in level 1. That's the most memorable thing from my level 1. I'm like,
and that's your thumbnail.
I think I skipped like 2 orbits to poop. It was worth it.
Do you know how many times you dodge kings v aces?
Exactly. And level 1 nonetheless. I don't know. I think day 2, I started making chips. Day 3, I think I was starting to get to the top of the leaderboard. So day 3 was just, sometimes you sit at a table for a day, and you just get all the cards and you just run very pure. I think I did that for a while. But I had to do that, for however long the tournament is. I had to do it for at least like 4 days.
Was there
started then?
This seems like a silly question for you, but like, was there ever nerves attached or whatever? Like the deeper you went, when they start breaking down the tables and like you're down to like 8 tables, 6 tables, whatever it is. Like,
yeah, I tried not to, just like because I figured everyone else would. So I thought if I could like at least fake that I'm not, then they would at least be like more intimidated. I don't know. I did a lot of like looking at people and staring, and that got some attention. And I don't know if it worked or not. You'd have to ask the other people, but it felt like it was working. So I just kept doing it.
I am rewatching all the old ESPN WSOP coverage from the Moneymaker on 3 or whatever. I haven't got to your year yet, so I'll let you know. Like I'm like in 2007 right now, so I got a ways to go. But.
Yeah, I know in mine, like I got like no coverage until the end, so you won't see much of me until then.
That's okay.
Yeah, until Negreanu hits the floor.
Yeah, like that's the next thing I'm going to bring up, and like I'd be nice if we could find the clip or whatever. But like, I think the entire poker world wanted Negreanu to make the final table,
yes,
so badly. Oh, and no offense to everyone that made the final table, but it was just like, I don't know anyone else here.
Mm-hmm.
Negreanu is going to save the day, basically, and you shit on that parade.
If you want, like, if you want like poker's growing, and this main event is great. If you want to go to where it started to level off, look at day 7 of that tournament. Look at how many like well-known professionals were there, and then realize none of them made it to the final table, and then it just like up, back to nothing.
Who else was there? I'm trying to remember.
Peter Holtz was there. Monk was there.
Or I didn't bust him, but I did bust him.
Yeah, Art was deep.
I was deep.
Yeah.
I was deep and my stack was just big enough to get a little 1%er with the eventual champ. By the way,
worked out well. There was a lot of there were a couple good Europeans at the time too that weren't Fedor. I think Anton Morgenstern was there. Remember that? Kelly Minkin went really deep.
Bonomo was pretty deep that year.
Went deep. Hastings went pretty deep.
Mark
there were a
Kroon.
lot of
fuck that guy.
Yeah. there were a lot of that and like good stories that went deep too. And I think like when you got to the final table, it was just a bunch of 25-year-old kids, and then like the 70-year-olds that made it. So
That's right. Yeah, it was
Pierre Neuville. Yeah, he was probably the most.
He's a legend
person. Yeah,
he's an actual legend.
I haven't seen him for a while, but I saw him all the time afterwards too. And his wife, I'm like waiting for her to just take a knife and stab me in the back every time she looks at me. I think like I did because I ended up knocking him out of the tournament, and I think I assume I'm on some hit lists back in Belgium. I'm not like excited to go there, but she hasn't like taken that knife out anytime I've seen her outside of Belgium.
Gold member.
Don't put a stop there, WPT or WSOP, unless you want some fireworks.
Well, okay, let's talk about the leading up to the final table. Like, I mean, obviously you famously knocked out Negreanu, but like it was
a good one. Yeah, that was
pretty much like a layup cake for you, where like everyone was scared. You had all the chips, and like you could close your eyes and play your hands and be just about as effective as.
Oh, I didn't even play the hands. I just put chips in.
Right,
I stopped looking after a while.
Yeah, like I mean, it was
crazy.
What a great feeling to be on the biggest stage, approaching the biggest final table of the year, and you don't even have to look at your fucking cards.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm gonna try something that no one else did, and it worked. I remember the payout structure was stupid too, because it was like the difference between 10th and 9th was a lot. They wanted everyone on the final
$1 million. Yeah, right.
So like 10th, and then like 8th was like $1,080,000 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you got from 10th to 9th, you got a pay jump of like $250,000-$300,000. So very incentivized at that point for people to really try to make the final table and then do what they can when they get there, just because of the pay jump. So like perfect storm. One of those days where the deck chose me.
Sure.
On those final like 2 tables, like a lot of times, I mean, everybody really, especially at the main event, I feel like would fall into this category of kind of like clamming up a little bit, trying to make that final table.
Absolutely.
Is that when you were like, okay, I'm willing to possibly bust in 10th, 11th, 12th, but I want to get all the chips to have a chance to win? Or were you just card racking?
No, I just card racked.
Okay.
I just had the chips.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, if I lost the chips, I probably would have went into that same mode of like, just tightness, but
everything was working.
Yeah, they didn't. I didn't get tested. Usually in tournaments and poker in general, you face a little adversity even when you're running good. No, not that day. Not that day at all. The adversity I faced was like, oh man, I got to fold like after putting a big blind in. This is ridiculous. Like, no, it's not never gonna have a day like that again. No one is. It's just sometimes it just works. Sometimes the sun shines on you, and
that's a good day to do it.
Yeah, that's what I was just
very efficient.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything special.
So, and I wouldn't call them antics by Negreanu or whatever, but the very pure emotion that like Negreanu had during
that was absolutely real. Yeah.
No, I agree. Like, it's definitely not like
that was.
I know Negreanu well enough to like know that was very, very personal to him.
Yeah. On top of which, he was like still smiling afterwards and like trying to talk to everybody. Like respect him for that. I would have just left. But
I was going to ask, how were you during that? Because it's obviously, all the cameras are on him. Like they want that. Everyone, like literally everyone's rooting against you outside of you and your mom. And
hey, I had a backer there.
And maybe Art was definitely rooting for you, I'd say.
My backer was in this. I remember my backer was in the audience in the past. And there's a funny clip where like no one knows this besides the people that know, but like I knocked someone out and you see him give this huge high five to someone in the background. No one's going to know that besides like me, him, and the people that know. But in that spot, like I didn't play with him at all until that time. So like I said, I didn't get no coverage because they put him on the feature the whole time, and I was on the side because I never drew his table. until then. So he was he brought the crowd. I do remember like half the crowd leaving once he busted, even though, there's still 10 left in the main event. Like, we're about to make the 9 and make the 4-month break and all that crap. But yeah, he was into it. He wanted to do it. He played his game. I think that day my game was better than his game. And, we ended up getting it in a flip and I won. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Tournament poker.
Yeah, tournament poker.
All the skill
happens. Yeah. It stinks when it's with 11 left. You want to win those. With 211 left, you lose. It's not a big deal. With 11 left, you lose. It's like, I was, 1 card away from big money. It's just the nature of the game.
So this is during the time as well where it was the November 9. So you had to basically sit on your hands for 4 months.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
Okay, I was going to ask your opinion. I think it's the worst idea that WSOP has had, and honestly, I think they've had a ton of bad ideas.
Aren't they bringing it back this year?
They're bringing back some. They're going to bring back some version of a break. I don't think it's going to be that long, but it pissed me off at the time because I'm like, yeah, I'm going to win this fucking tournament if we keep going. Like, I'm running over everybody. Everyone's scared. They got their 9. Let's just play the next day, and I'm going to crush. But no, it worked out better probably that I got the 4 months off. Everyone learned to fold. So
yeah, I was going to say, I this is back in the day, and I don't know if Art was ever a part, but a few of these years, I was brought in as a consultant. I was hired as a team to try to get someone better. And
there's been
a year, I helped coach Neil Blumenfield.
Good for you. I think he improved a lot.
I agree with that.
Great. Yeah,
but there was a lot way better players on the team helping him than me. I promise. I
remember his team was stacked.
Yeah, and I think it kind of takes away from poker. There's nothing wrong with people wanting to get better and stuff like that, but when you just give someone 4 months to study and restudy and
you're in the middle. If you're in the middle, you're going to be incentivized to kind of play tight, especially when the guys in front of you are kind of just playing loose. So it's that's what happened. My final table I remember was they said afterwards this was really boring. There's one guy doing everything. It depends on your flavor, what you like and thing, but it's not there was a lot of drama. There wasn't a lot of chips moving around. It was kind of the chips just moved to one guy.
Mm-hmm.
And, just 3 more days of the sun shining. I had one losing hand the whole time. How is anyone going to beat that?
Yeah.
It's unbeatable. That's the grace of the game, though.
Would you spend your 4 months off doing other tournaments or?
Some came out here a couple weeks before, played a win tournament with Justin. I remember this. We went deep, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up winning that tournament too. Somehow. I don't know how. That one was. Yeah, but besides that, I was, doing that. The interview circuit was a thing a lot for I think that's the one thing that the World Series really liked is that you could, for 4 months, there's 9 people. We have 9 specific people here that everyone wants to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good for the media portion of it. I gave more interviews in that 4 months than I have since 11 years later. So.
Just a quick break here, guys. Are you tired of playing with players like this? Not this.
No.
This? Or this?
Or do you want to play with players like this?
Oh, wait. If you like having fun at the poker table, Table 1 is the game for you. We play high stakes, no limit, 100 blinds. And if you want to get into the game, it's actually super easy. We have a website, table1.vegas. You just go to the website, you click get a seat in the game, and fill out the form. It's that easy. It's your name, it's your phone number, it's the date that you're here, and I will personally reach out to you.
And it's only $5K minimum buy-in. Run it up at 2.5 and join us. Did you get reached out by any local stuff in the Philly area?
God, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I was in the Philly Inquirer, their most famous newspaper. I was definitely on TV beforehand and after because I was wearing the Philadelphia sports stuff too. Afterwards, I got invited to the Sixers game to throw T-shirts on the court. Got invited to an Eagles game too. I never ended up taking advantage of that, but
well, hey, that's awesome. So did I feel the ones maybe prior or afterwards, actually got on SportsCenter, they were interviewed by ESPN itself, one of the flagship shows. Was that you as well?
I remember making the SportsCenter top 10. That's
you have
something
that recorded?
I should ever have done.
Is that on a TiVo somewhere in the closet?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I just remember watching it the night of or whatever, and it was cool. when you're young and like you're into sports, it's like, oh my God, Sports Center Top 10 is like the coolest thing ever. I want to be on there. And, you know, after, you know, like high school, I knew I would never be on there. And then I was. So I don't know how that happened. But
you're so not into like self-promotion and even like giving interviews. Like I was surprised that you said yes to this. Thank you again.
Yeah, of course.
But
it depends on who does it. I'm picky now because I think a lot of the media is looking for clicks and stories. So that's something like one of the reasons I stopped giving a lot of interviews was because in that 4-month period, especially, I figured out a lot of people are kind of saying the worst parts of what you want to say because it gives them the most clicks and they shape their narrative away and it may or may not benefit you. So I don't even want to give them the ammunition to do that anymore. That's why I kind of stopped. So I'm picky with who I do it with.
Yeah,
I want to do it with people that are like gonna, like a podcast. You're just gonna record this. You're not gonna, you know, you can't write this in an interview and be like, oh, he said this bad thing and focus on it for the whole time.
No, we don't do it.
Like, yeah,
anyone that watches our show knows we don't do it for clicks. I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
you'll get
like and
clicks
subscribe,
anyway,
guys.
but
Promise, but yeah.
Plus, I mean, for anyone out there who's nervous about coming on, we do give all our guests final cuts. So they, if there's something that gets said that they can just say, you know, don't put that in, and we actually listen.
There's plenty of other podcasts or like poker outlets or whatever that focus either on strategy, which I don't think we're smart enough to like handle, or like drama, which is a big turnoff for me.
Just in general. Drama here. People ask me my opinions on stuff. I'm like, what? What's this?
I guess what I was going to ask is, in that period, like, did you, and you didn't get like a sponsorship or anything, right? Or did you?
What did I get? I got something. Oh, 888 was the big sponsorship. They were working with the series. So they picked me. I remember that was the year like where DFS left Vegas. I was all over DraftKings and FanDuel for sponsorships. And then like a month later, that's when Vegas made it illegal. So that never happened.
Damn. That actually probably sucks. I'm sure there was some cheese attached to that.
Oh, absolutely. I was looking. Well, one of the guys there won his main event seat through DraftKings, so DraftKings wasn't really an option. But FanDuel, you know, the poverty one, I could have gotten something off of.
The old second biggest fantasy market in the world.
Yes,
the poor ones.
But you know, DraftKings is like 100 and FanDuel's 10. So
I think that's true. A lot of those markets are winner take all, like Apple and Samsung. You know, it's like
exactly.
You know. They may still be worth a lot of money, but they're not the winners.
Yeah. But I mean, DraftKings was more into the poker scene than FanDuel was anyway. So FanDuel's interest would have been a lot less than DraftKings. But
I think FanDuel just started a poker site, by the way. If you get FanDuel, if you want to sponsor a podcast.
Yeah, right in Philadelphia. Let's go. They took up with Poker Stars.
Oh, right. That's what it was.
And Poker Stars in Philadelphia and Pennsylvania. So
is any of that on your future radar? I mean, you don't really care about media, it seems like, but like partnering with a future poker site or anything?
No, I don't think so. I don't play a lot of online poker. I've been asked once or twice. The one with Phil Hellmuth, what's that one? Bet Rivers.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been asked to like if ever I want to like stream a Sunday on their website. The guy who runs it lives 10 minutes away from me and said he'll come over with a setup and put me on and be sponsored. But I don't spend my Sundays grinding online poker anymore. So
haven't bricked that many tournaments to consider it.
I could definitely break a few tournaments online. I don't mind.
Yeah.
But online poker doesn't interest me as much anymore. A lot of my weekends where I'm free are like, you know, my wife isn't working. So I, you know, like to spend a little time with her on the weekend.
That's adorable.
Doing some stuff. Yeah.
Does she come with you on the trips?
I like it when she does. Not often. She'll be every summer. I'm here for whatever the whole time, and she'll come out for 2 to 3 weeks if she can. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
A lot of people know her. Like I said, everyone loves her. So she'll get invited everywhere, and I'll play poker, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's fucking perfect. We can get her and not him. Let's go."
All right. Well, let's talk about post winning the main event a little bit. I always ask the question, like when we get someone that just wins a massive tournament like that, like, does it change you? Does it like kind of change your mindset as far as like the volume you play, the average buy-ins, things of that nature?
I played 25Ks and 100Ks right after.
Yeah. and you did well in
I survived
in a chunk of them for sure.
I survived.
You went on a tear the next like year and a half, didn't you?
I did. Yeah. I kind of figured it out at that point, and like the sun was still shining on me at least some of the time. So no, I did very well afterwards until it kind of leveled back out to like reality. So it was a fun time for a while. I just show up, cards would come my way. I think everyone like, You win a big tournament, I think people in general give you more respect. And you can use that to your advantage.
Yeah, we call it Darren Elias effect. Not that he's the one that like coined it or anything. I can't remember who did.
No, but
Steven Song and his
Steven
buddies.
Song did, yeah. And like I think it's very true. Instead of just like, oh, it's Darren Elias' big blind. Fuck, he's really good. Like, and, as soon as you say that, it's just like Jack 10 offsuit just goes in the muck. Like it's
definitely sometimes.
And then I'm sure you get the same treatment or whatever. Anyone that just wins that stage and then all of a sudden follows it up with whatever the 100K in Bahamas or the 25Ks in Florida or whatever. It's just like, okay, this guy's not just a one and done kind of guy. He's fucking great.
Yeah, definitely in the smaller stuff too, though. People wanted a gun for you once you get that because they want a story to tell everybody.
Sure.
So like for me, it was like, all right, I just need to start playing tight and not fold when I have good cards and then just collect the money. Yeah. A lot of fair catching or a lot of returning. It felt like a lot of that. Yeah, a lot of returning the kick, not fair catching. Excuse me. We're no longer we're not going for touchbacks anymore. We're all the pots I play all of a sudden got big, and it wasn't my fault.
Yeah, right.
People wanted the story. They're making the pot big and all that stuff, and got to be ready and mindset. It was a challenge for sure at the time. It's something people got to get used to after winning a big tournament, especially one like the main where everyone knows. Like if you have another main winner on, I bet you'll get a similar story, like right after they win, how people are like gunning for them.
Sure.
You feel like Merson was kind of like that.
I understand.
For sure. Go ask Reese. He'll tell you the same thing. Go ask.
Reese definitely got tighter after his win.
You have to.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Like kids of my age at the time, somewhere between 20s and 35s, getting in and doing this. Ask Weinman, although Weinman doesn't play no more.
Yeah, but now he's a professional golfer now, I hear. Yeah,
professional golfer and coder.
Yeah. He's doing coding.
I think so. Yeah. Marriage, about to be a professional dad if he isn't already.
Professional dad. That'd be a good t-shirt.
Yeah. I know that was a thing back a couple months ago. So good luck to him on that.
Okay. Let's fast forward a little bit. And is there anything that kind of stands out, like with having that big chunk of money? I don't want to say degen wise, because to me, taking the shots at 100Ks, even though like your bankroll is massive, that's a degenerate thing. I've told the story many times on air. I had a bad weekend playing cash, and the very first WSOP event, this is like 3-4 years ago, was a 100K bounty tournament, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go fucking play it. Like I've never played anything over 25K in my life, and like maybe only like half dozen 25Ks, and I'm like, I'm gonna go play the 100K. I don't care. And like Freddie Deeb followed me. I was like, well, I don't know if this is a good sign or a great sign, but either way. We get there and there's only like 6 people registered. It's all the people you think it is. And I'm just like, what the fuck did I just do? Like, this is the worst idea. But they didn't want to start it until they got like 15 or I can't remember what the number was. So I literally just ran to the bar and just drank every beer I could see. And I was like, I'm going to figure out a way to fuck on these people or figure out a way not to care that I busted 100K tournament.
Yeah, I sold a lot to them at least. So I was smart and I put a lot of my money away. So I don't have a fun degenerative purchase even afterwards. Just moving forward in life.
Well, you got a wife partially from it, I suppose. I mean, like the
few years ago,
like website wasn't free. I mean,
no, I could have afforded that before though.
You said your backer had a piece of the main event score. Did you feel free to tell me to kick rocks? But did you say how much did you have of yourself in the main?
I had enough. All them swaps and stuff. I had enough to have. After taxes, I still had plenty to put away and start my own thing.
Yeah. Okay. Good on you for selling to giant tournaments, even though you have the bankroll to take shots. Do not have the self-discipline over here on this side of the microphone.
No, I did it more for fun than I did to like win money. And winning money was just like a fun side event. And like you win money for other people now, everyone thinks you're good. So you get all this extra respect that you don't really deserve. I played the game a little bit.
All right, let's fast forward a little bit, and maybe I hope I'm not skipping over anything too important, and we can always backtrack. But let's talk about Jonathan Tamayo a little bit.
Okay, well, my wedding was in between there, but that's not important. So.
Well, we talked so much about your wife, and she's not even going to watch it.
No, I'm kidding. All right, what up?
How was your wedding? Where was it? Philly?
Yeah, pretty much. It was in Radnor, which is Philadelphia area. It was nice. It was an outdoor wedding. Well, the wedding was outdoor, and then we went inside. Spring wedding.
DJ or a band?
DJ.
Open bar?
Of course. Yeah.
All right.
Free.
Now I'm sad I wasn't invited.
Sorry. I didn't invite a single poker person. I didn't invite John to it as a segue into the next one. I didn't even invite John because John wouldn't have wanted to go. So I didn't invite a single poker person to it. So anybody out there being like, you got married, where's my invite? It wasn't coming.
Who was your best man?
My brother.
Okay. And he was 18 at the time?
Yes.
Did he get
18.
drunk at the wedding?
Ooh.
I hope so.
Okay.
I didn't pay attention, but
He was busy shaking babies and kissing hands.
Yeah, I was just saying. I also hope he got laid, but like
I have a very
don't
small.
want to say that.
I have a small family, so it wasn't a very big wedding.
Okay.
And it was mainly her side, so I'm sure he got into some stuff. I hope he did.
I hope that stuff has a name.
It was also on a Friday, so he had to take off of high school. So make it worth his while.
All right, back to Dickie's sponsored and pocket protecting wearing Jonathan
Fanny
Tamayo.
packed.
That guy,
One of my favorite nerds.
Khakis, man.
He's just like walks at a brisk pace and just always looks like, I don't know, he's late for an accounting meeting, but I love him. He's a good dude.
He is very nice. How did you meet him? Like,
First trip at Turning Stone. Can't even make it up.
really? All right.
through a
So like
mutual
when you were
friend.
18,
I think I was 19 when I went.
okay, 19.
I was friends with his friend at the time. We were rooming, and then he's like, "Yeah, this is my friend John." We hung out a bit. We talked. We saw each other. We stayed in touch.
Do you have a kind of a similar path with because you guys are about the same age, if not exactly the same age, right?
He's a bit older than me.
Yeah. Okay.
He graduated from Cornell. That's where he got into poker. I believe he had friends like him and Hastings and
Okay.
a few others in that group, in that Cornell group. That's I think where he learned how to play and where he got into his life. I think he had a job for a while after college.
Okay. Nerd.
Yeah.
No.
Even now he has a job. He has like a real estate license or something. Just it was like kind of like a family business thing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so
That makes
he has it. I know he does. I think he refs football too, but that's just for fun. You didn't know
I
that.
respect
high school,
Yeah, I did.
high school football referee.
That's actually cool. I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah,
of that.
I'm just
that's why you
picturing-
never saw him between like September and November because
Oh.
he was that high school football season.
Oh, he was doing that before?
Yeah, he's been doing that for a long time.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Did it the year he won. He did it the year after he won. Still, he's like, I can't quit now. I'm like, you can if you won.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing against it. You know, do you really need like the paycheck? You know, you're making like $80 a game.
It's like, exactly. I can't
He
be
likes-
corrupted. I don't need this money.
He loves to do it though. It's a passion for him.
all those like over the top competitive dads just yelling at him. I'm just
Yeah.
it feels very uncomfortable just thinking about it.
Yeah, in Texas too, and it's in Texas where like supposedly high school football
Yeah.
probably bigger in Texas than anywhere else in America.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he's
that's wild.
he's like waiting for the day he gets called to Cowboy Stadium to ref a football game. Man, his dream is reffing football and golf. Poker's whatever. Poker's just there. Poker's there for fun.
Well, I was going to ask like how you guys got to be so close or whatever, but it kind of sounds like you guys have some similar mindsets when it comes to certain things.
Not really, but kind of through poker.
Fair enough.
He was just surviving forever though until that year, and now he's survived.
Yeah.
He's good. He thrives.
He thrives.
Yeah, he was trying to survive. Now he survives and thrives. So good for him.
What year did he win? 22?
24.
Yeah.
24.
It wasn't that long ago.
No, a couple years ago.
So his run to the final table, were you obviously you were
I
out
was there.
already or whatever, like
I
were
was
you
out.
kind of like talking to him every night or like, you know?
No, not even. Let him do his thing. I was still playing the other stuff. And
Sure.
It's like, oh, you're ready to go home? All right, we'll go home.
Were
All right,
you?
Good night. See ya.
I was just thinking, like, between that time and now you have all these friends on the circuit. I mean, everybody wants backing. Did you like pick up people
No.
for like to stake them at all?
Man, don't
just-
ask.
No.
I hate backing. Backing stinks.
Well, that ruins my next question.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say.
it was going to be, do you want to back me?
I'm not a big fan of like buying pieces or backing personally, just from experience. So I'm not. I think he picked a guy up. It's part of a group. That's his business. I'm not gonna
Sure.
expose that. But I'm not being backed. I'm trying to figure out my own thing.
Okay. I guess my main question was, did you have a piece in that tournament? Because
Yeah,
you
of
were
course.
okay. So
I
you
had to. I was backing him at the time.
okay.
I stopped after he won the main. Yeah.
I hate backing. I
I did.
Well, I backed the
yeah.
main event winner, but
Yeah, and
outside of
unfortunately,
that-
I got out of that one unscathed. But it's not that fun for me. I thought it would be more fun when I did it. It's like, oh yeah, friendship, blah blah blah, money, and it's like, nah. Everyone has their own agendas and they play on their own thing, and that's cool and all. I respect that. It's just There's a lot of, like I said, MTTs, there's a lot of losing before you win anyway. And it's a lot of patience, and especially in live poker, just you don't get the volume. So
yeah, no one
can take years to get out.
No one realizes their true ROI. I don't think.
Yeah,
I think
John was buried quite a bit before then.
Did he ask you for any, like, because I don't know, it's so different, the main event deep run than like any other tournament because of all the cameras and all that. Did he ask any advice on like anything going deep?
I think I told him about like, just it's slow, get ready, take your time, breathe.
So before or after he open folded the 2 queens on the final table bubble?
Man, probably there. I think that wasn't my doing. He also had Dom Nietzsche in the background kind of telling him what to do. And John's the type of guy, if you tell him to do something, he'll take it literally. So what John said afterwards was Dom was like, you only play kings plus here. So he took it as literal as possible. He folded the next best hand.
That's wild.
Yeah. I thought that fold was good at the time too, until it got someone ran in and was losing 6 figures. So John is a guy, he would love to tell you everything. You should have him on the podcast sometime for sure. Next time he's in Vegas, he would absolutely say yes. He loves all this stuff, the media attention he gets. He would tell you everything.
Okay, right.
For sure. Definitely guest you should have in the future.
Well, let's bring it back to you just a little bit. Like, you're on the rail. I assume it's a good friend of yours, yes. Or at least a friend, someone you're backing. Did you feel any different between playing and like sweating, like monetary and friendship value, like on the back end? Like, was it any more exciting?
We came in very different situations, because he came in as like one of the shortest stacks, and I'm like, yeah, I'm there for the ride. I might be here an hour and then we're gone. You know, it's very, very reasonable to happen. And then when I came in, I had 4 months to wait, and you know, all this pressure mounting, and I have all the chips. And if I lose, it's terrible. If John loses, it's like, congrats, man, you got there. You did great. Yeah. You know, big difference.
Congrats on your 7th place finish.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like, hey, man, you even outlasted a guy or two. That's awesome. You know? Yeah, it's just kind of the way it was. And then, you know, the sunshine on him for those days. Fortunately, he got it in bad a couple times and hit the river. So it was amazing. You know, it was fun. I was trying to keep what was in front of him in front of me as well. I wasn't looking forward. I wasn't looking backwards. It wasn't like, okay, so this is the situation you're in. This is the way you're gonna. This is what you should be doing in the situation. And then when the situation changed, I'm played enough poker to understand how, at least I think, he should change. And yeah, I just tried to keep it one hand at a time with him for the most part. He asked me some questions there. He asked me a lot of live read questions, which is kind of what I was doing there. I was watching the stream back and like seeing cards and giving him all that information, which main event, yeah, you need to have. Yeah,
every row have to have 3 guys with the computers up, fucking like going through all the HH.
Have to have someone watching the stream, seeing live tells. He's like, I think I picked up a live tell on this guy. Check this hand out. And then I did, and I confirmed or denied it for him.
Sure.
And you know, he just, for a run of main event, whatever, he just was in the zone, and everything he picked up was, at least everything you think he picked up was right. So, I mean, you know, sometimes that just happens. You see things in a way that you might never see them again.
Yeah. And even those people aren't going to be the same people when you play with them again.
Exactly.
In that moment. It's different.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's the part of poker I love. The little, those moments within the moments, the live tells, the little, I don't know why I feel this way, but I do, and I can't explain it.
No, exactly. You know what ended up happening? He just won all the flips.
Yeah.
Fucking tournament poker, he won the flips at the end of it all. That's what it came down to. We did a bunch of flipping, and he won the ones when he was all in, and if he lost one, he wasn't all in, and he was still in the tournament, and you know, then he won the next one. So,
all right, guys, do you want to be an MTT player?
Win your coin.
That's your piece of advice.
Yeah, win your coin flips.
If you're going to lose one, have them covered. Yeah. Outside of that, win them all.
Yes. You want to go back and watch all of his all-ins? Cool. Heads up, we got in a flip. Oh, John's covered. This might be John's. No, he won the flip. He's in there.
Make sure you sweat those river cards the same way he did.
Yeah.
When you muck, do the same motion. You know,
lots of flips. Just the way it comes down. You know, someone gets dealt jacks, another person gets dealt ace king. No one has a lot of chips. Good luck. You remember the guy who wins the hand. You don't remember the guy who loses as much.
Dude, even when I went through his final table, I was just like, it was only a couple years ago. I'm like, oh yeah, I had no idea. I couldn't remember like anyone there.
Too.
Yeah,
that was a tough table. That one that might have been one of the toughest in history. Yeah. John was, with all due respect, John was not the best player at the final table, and John would agree. So yeah,
Hey.
John was
Great thing about tournaments. Otherwise, there's no reason for me to go play the Win 1100 today. Like
exactly. No, that's the thing. Anyone can win them. You can go deep. You can be the 4th or 5th best player, and then just if the deck picks you, you're going to win the tournament. It's amazing, Or at least you're going to have the best chance to win the tournament. Some people still can't do it, but
All right, so let's talk about what's going on with you now. Like, what's your kind of month to month like looking like? You're talking about like taking weekends off to hang out with the missus. This is admirable and awesome.
I just spend a lot of time at home doing nothing, honestly. When I'm not really playing, that's what we're doing. Occasionally we'll find something to do, but Vegas trip, I haven't taken one of these for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for 3 weeks. It's almost over. Go back home and probably do nothing for a month. We're going to do, we'll have the anniversary coming up. Her birthday is a little bit after the anniversary, so we'll have some time to celebrate her.
Take her to Atlantis? Or?
No. I don't think she wants to go to Atlantis.
That's why she's
and I'm very happy. Now, I can't mention Baha Mar. So, but no, I mean, she works anyway. So, weekend trip or weekend, whatever, dinner, movie, whatever we want to do. I think she had something planned. I honestly forget what it is, but I'll go.
Are you still big on like the Chinese poker apps? I feel like you're always on the
not
iPad.
Anymore. That kind of died down. I was long time ago, but I think the app crashed 4 or 5 years ago, and I haven't had an iPad on the table for a while.
I still play my brother-in-law, but like I feel like everyone that's better than me is just going to beat me, and everyone that I'm better than, I'm just going to beat them. And it's just like there's no like guessing anymore. It's just like, okay, I can figure out if I'm better or worse than you within like 300 hands, and then after that, I'm just going to quit or keep playing you until you quit.
That's why
it was just a lot of flipping between friends with like no rake in general.
We need a Table One Cucuruchu app. That's what we need.
I agree with that. You know what Cucuruchu is?
I do not. I've heard of it.
Well, you will love it.
Maybe you'll love it. Actually, yeah.
It's a PLO double board bomb pot, but it's
PLO. You got me out.
PLO, well, hold on. You might reel you back in.
But wait, there's more. But then it's just pot or fold
on the flop,
and that's it. And like you're just done with it.
Then it's showdown after that.
This pot always like all your chips?
No, pot is whatever the pot is. So if everyone puts up $300, the pot's 2,400. And then
you're just done. More than that,
and then everyone just like turns their hand over and like, do I win any part of the spot?
Yeah, there's one action. It's on the flop, and then we show down.
Oh, okay. That's it. Got it.
So it's kind of a flipping game, but like
it's a capped game.
It's a capped flipping game where you don't need to be all that good at it to be reasonable. Because even if you're terrible at it, you're somehow just get a quarter of the pot sometimes. Just
getting a quarter of the pot.
And online, it happens automatically. Not like at the table where 5 people have to have input.
Much time. Dealer doesn't have to count it out. That saves so much time.
Well, you talked about your home life a little bit, and you mentioned this trip out here. Well, like how many trips a year do you think? Whatever, kind of a vague question. Like, do you just like go somewhere to play poker, like just kind of whenever you can, or?
Let's see. Florida's usually got about 4 stops a year, maybe 5. I can drive to Atlantic City and Maryland. Philadelphia's kind of right in the middle of both, so it's nice. Borgata's back. Borgata's running 4 something things a year. Maryland runs 3-4 things a year.
Okay, so it's still quite often, and it's
mm-hmm.
three or four times a month. Then
not that much.
Okay.
If I'm lucky, maybe like 1 week a month.
Okay,
1 to 2 weeks. Maybe they'll run like Parks come back occasionally, runs a tournament or two. Yeah, I don't know. I'm home for weeks at a time a lot of the time though. So I think after this, like the next trip I'm going to take is Florida, which is in a month for April, WPT Hard Rock, whatnot. So that'll be another month at home pretty much, but at least I got things to do because this time of the year just happens to be, my wife's and our time.
Sure. So you're still going to grind a whole summer and all that. Nothing's changed there.
Yep. I'll be there end of May to mid-July.
What are your favorite tournaments now? Since you said you don't love the main event anymore, it's not your number one, or are they all just?
No, I mean the Florida 3500s are pretty good. Those big WPTs, huge fields. Would like to do one. I'd like to go deep in one of them one of these days. I think you did good one of them times.
Yeah, so I've had a couple deep runs in those.
You have a lot more than me, and I've been there a lot more than you. So places, some places, it's weird. You go to like Atlantic City, I run pretty darn good. I go to Maryland, I couldn't win a thing for like 10 years until I did finally. Brag. I go to Florida, and man, Florida, like I get killed in Florida. I don't know how or why. Florida's bad. And I come to Vegas, I do good. Like, some places just have you. I don't know. I bet you feel like in some casinos too, you just run a little better than others.
No, there was a...
Which is stupid because it shouldn't be that way. It feels that way in these short terms, right? playing tournaments, especially.
This is probably 15 years. I mean, it's been a while, maybe 10 years ago or whatever. But like Bellagio actually had like a running like a thing on their screen of like the overall like tournament winners for just Bellagio or whatever. And I was on there for the longest time. And like every one of these interviews would just be like, why do you play anywhere other than Bellagio? I was like, I don't, because I think I'm good at the win, but maybe not.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like I'm the same player, but I guess I'm not.
Yeah,
but like it was kind of cool. It was just like I had like at the time I think I had like 2.8 and like winnings and 2.2 were from the Bellagio. It was just it was kind of ridiculous because I would go to every other stop and I just would shit the bed there.
Those don't show up on the old card player.
Right. That variance sometimes feels you and sometimes gets to you. It's like I've been to Atlantic City enough. I'm comfortable there. I know what's going on. Like I can go there and operate at my best. I don't know if
I think it's a real thing, man. You know where your favorite food spot is. You know, like the best
where to hide on break.
Yeah, like the best place to take a shit. Like like during like you don't want to take it like right next to like the card room. You go to the lobby. God's sake.
Yes.
Anyway,
especially when everyone's going to the same bathroom on break. Like, got to get out of there.
All right, so no real results so far this trip, but there's a couple tournaments left.
I'm taking a trophy home already. I won a tournament at the win.
Yeah, he did well already.
Oh right,
it's not a Poker Go studio.
No,
that's what I meant.
I'm not taking home money, but I'm taking home a trophy. So. Yes, I won the little thing, and I'm giving it all back in the big things right now.
Well, when you packed all the money, now at least there's room to put the trophy in.
Exactly. You get it. You get it.
All right, so what is coming up today? I think Poker Go's got like a 10K.
One more Poker Go 10K, and then tomorrow 15K main, and then I go home on Monday. Right. So two more attempts.
Got to put some room in there for that second trophy. Yeah. I guess they'll keep it at Poker Go for you. I go in there sometimes and there's like, oh yeah, Chino, those are Chino's 2 trophies or whatever. He doesn't pick them up. I don't know why.
Yep.
You got so many. Well, I hate to put any extra pressure on you, but historically speaking, people that come on this podcast do quite well. Like
they tend to run well.
It's
okay.
Absurd.
You should have got me on like a week ago then.
We could have got you on yesterday, and then you would have won.
I had my own issues yesterday.
Yeah,
maybe you'll win today.
Yeah,
I hope so.
I guess before we close it out, I know your Twitter is locked to new followers, but
keep it that way.
I assume it's Dude904. I'm not going to fact check that, and
I will not confirm nor deny, but yes.
Do you think we could get we'll say a 1-day opening for big fans of this show? Just that the Saturday it comes out, we unlock it to the masses, then we relock.
You can tell them to follow me, and I will choose them one by one. And if they're lucky enough to get in, congratulations.
All right, there you go. Now you have a chance.
Guys, starting now.
It's not a very good one.
I don't think I'll get in there.
Yeah, the Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah,
GIF is the way you gotta advertise what you just said.
Fair enough.
Yeah. You guys can get in there. Oh yeah, if I know you, you're more likely to get in there.
So just make your name like Art and put my picture because I'm actually already following.
Yeah, you're already in there. So you're safe.
Yeah, Brandon Myers.
Yeah, make your name Brandon Myers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're in there.
He'll prove you the first time. First guy in there gets it.
It's like, oh yeah, that guy I played with all them years ago at the Venetian.
Good deal. All right.
Is that the pod?
I think so. Thank you. Truly appreciate it. Thank you, Joe.
Of course.
Me and my buddy, we making all of this money. Yeah, I know it's rude to be bragging. They never catching us slacking. Me and my buddy.